I'm Corbett Wall with USDA Livestock and Grain Market News, here with your weekly feeder and stocker cattle market summary for the week ending August the 16th, where yearling feeder cattle sold $2 to $5 higher, calves $5 to $10 higher, and the full advance on those calves will be on the lightweight steers weighing under 500 pounds. And this market just keeps going up every week. We feel like the calf market has quite a bit of room to grow yet, as we've had so much moisture in the southern plains, namely Kansas and Oklahoma, and they've got late summer and fall grass. It looks like the wheat pasture grazing is going to be really bright. So we assume that calves are going to keep getting higher for the foreseeable future by looking at this yearling market. But this yearling deal appears to be topped out every week, yet it just keeps getting higher. And right now, our Chicago Mercantile Exchange Index, feeder cattle cash index, which settles the feeder cattle contracts, this week was up to 152.36. That's the highest point since last June of 2012, and it just keeps gaining ground every week. And we saw some of the highest prices that we've seen. We are seeing some all-time record highs on certain weight groups in certain areas already. It's just that the index is coming up. It's a moving average, and it's going to take a while to completely take out all the highs that we saw there a little over a year ago. But farmer feeders in Fairview, Illinois, and so trying to spread some of those high markets around out in Illinois, where you're definitely seeing farmer feeders. These cattle will be fed in the eastern corn belt. But Fairview, Illinois, a fancy load of 752-pound steers bring $167.50. Here at the St. Joe Stockyards, the old stockyards, last remaining river market, I would say, which is definitely the truth. 3 loads of heifers, not steers. They had them check them for heifers after they went through, and it turned out they were all heifers. 3 loads of yearling heifers off grass weighing 705 bring $159.50. Your calf markets are just as impressive, starting to top some highs there. At OKC West Stockyards there in El Reno, Oklahoma, on Wednesday, had a part load of thin steer calves weighing 451 bring $206 a pound. So we're definitely seeing some impressive markets out there. Both your backgrounders and your cattle feeders are both pushing this market just as hard as the other. The only thing is these backgrounders and cattle growers have made some money on the last set or two of their cattle, where the cattle feeders are still losing money on their sales. But we feel like that worm's about to turn as we continue to get it closer and into some cheaper feed. And this fed cattle market is trying to come on, although slowly. This week felt like we were going to get higher prices in the fed cattle arena, but here late Friday, feedlots are still passing steady bids in the southern plains at 121. No significant trade yet. Up north, have had some regional packers active from $1.99 to $2 dressed. So, and that's $2 or $3 higher than what we had last week on the bulk of sales. But assume this fed cattle trade, when it develops, will be higher. Regional weighted averages this week in the north central states, 8 to 900 pound steer cost you $153.50 compared to $148.71 last week and $137.52 a year ago. Down in the south central states, a 7 to 800 pound steer cost you $154.24 compared to $153.08 last week and $138.86 a year ago. Down and across the southeast, a 4 to 500 pound steer cost you $171.34 compared to $164.22 last week and $151.48 a year ago. That wraps up your feeder market summary for this week. Check out our website for more market information at marketnews.usda.gov. And from the Regional Market News Office in St. Joe, Missouri, we'll talk to you next week.